Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to Billionaires Club 101. Today what I'd like to talk to you about is Brexit. Everyone's talking about Brexit. What's happening across the world? Well, Brexit is the United Kingdom leaving the European Union. Now why should that matter to any one of us? Well, mainly it's because of the shift that possibly could happen. We won't know the effects until the process has happened. Just like when a new president of the United States comes into power, whether it be a Republican or Democrat, we don't know what their policies are until they go into office. So what Brexit is, the United Kingdom leaving the European Union. And for some people who are part of the United Kingdom, you know what that could mean to them. As a European Union, these are a certain amount of countries that are part of the Europe, organized as one entity. They're so take an example that we have in North America. We have Canada to the north, we have the United States, and we have Mexico. Then we have South America. So just imagine that all these countries has one currency. As far as, so for Europe, the European Union, they have the euro. So all their money is are determined by the euro. Now the euro is more in value of the United States dollar. So they were going to try to do something years ago, or maybe it was just talks about Canada, United States, and Mexico have the Amero, but the dollar amount, or the value of the dollar, the United States dollar, is worth more in value than the Canadian dollar, and then also more in value than the Mexico dollar. So that's why I believe that the Amero never developed, because of the value of our currency. So when you are talking about currency, a lot of it is based off the American dollar. So the euro is worth more value than the American dollar. So when the United Kingdom pulls out of the European Union, that means many things to certain things that are happening across the world, whether that be business, travel, industries, growth, domestic products, importing and exporting. All those things can be affected depending on how Brexit works out. But I don't want to speculate and give incorrect information, but I'm reading as it comes along. But I remember reading an article about the United Kingdom when they wanted to be a part of the European Union. At one point they were denied. I think they were denied twice. Whether that be the 60s or 70s, and I believe in 75 or so they were granted membership into the European Union, which was a huge milestone for the United Kingdom. And with those benefits of being part of the United Kingdom or the European Union, certain benefits were granted and fulfilled. But maybe when you have change of authority, change of power, you have people with certain beliefs and certain decisions and certain thought process of what this can do for their country in the future. I'm not sure if it's advantageous for the United Kingdom for pulling out of the European Union, but the effects will definitely surface once those things come into power. Take a look at our Middle Eastern countries. Let's take Iraq for example. Now I don't want to say that Iraq is a great country or not a great country. I don't know about Iraq, but what I'm addressing is the leadership of Iraq. So the leadership of Iraq was ruled by Saddam Hussein. I'm not saying he's a good or bad? I don't know. But from what propaganda shows us, maybe he wasn't a fair person. But in the 1980s, the United States trained and armed Iraq to do certain things to Iran, their neighbors. And once we armed them and provide them certain types of nerve agents to do certain things to their neighbors, and the powers that be, which is Saddam Hussein, chose to do other things with those weapons that we provide them, in essence it shows that the dog has bitten its master, so the master has to show the dog who's boss. So this is the conflict that happened in Iraq. So there's a conflict of you're not listening to your master, so we're going to discipline you with sanctions and certain things, and you're going to be financially depressed, so you can't function. But what happened is the authorities of Iraq and the powers that be, such as Saddam Hussein, they looked outside of the United States, make sure their economy still has sufficient resources to do certain things as a country should grow. Right? But now that we toppled that country and take away their authoritative figure, which is Saddam Hussein, we see things like ISIS, other insurgents, and other types of terrorist attacks, and all these things that are happening, is because their government is now suppressed. So let's go back to the United Kingdom. When they're looking to withdraw from the European Union, now I see there are a lot of people saying Brexit means this and Brexit means that. Brexit means that the United Kingdom only will see certain people that like themselves, which means they want to do away with certain class of race. I'm not sure if that's the case. Can't believe everything on the internet. I don't look at the internet for my resources, but I look for information on credible websites that are giving factual information that I can gauge whether it's biased or unbiased, or kind of see what the market is doing as far as interest rates and certain stocks and international markets are fluctuating, certain things like that. Definitely want to speculate with Brexit. It's very new. I know that there's a vote that takes place. A lot of people of the United Kingdom, I think there's a 51 vote saying yes, let's exit, and there's a 49% vote saying no, let's not exit. Very close. Very close. So the whole country is not for it, but there's a majority of saying they're for it. So therefore they have a 51% vote saying yes. But also the Prime Minister Cameron stepping down for whatever reasons. Maybe it's the end of his term, maybe there's too much stress, whatever the factors may be. We won't see that Brexit to see its full potential. Well, whatever that is, as if the United Kingdom's citizens lose certain travel privileges, they lose the value of their dollar, they have to create a new economy, they have to create a new government. So it's going to be a new forming entity as far as how they function, because maybe the euro is no longer be a part of their currency. But that's my opinion as far as how it works. I don't know where it's going to go, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing. It's all speculation from now. But let's look at it from 6 months to about 2 years from now, and we'll do an update of how Brexit has improved their economy or lost their economy, or is it shambles. United Kingdom, this is up to you. Hope your decision is what it's supposed to be. All right. Thank you for tuning into Billionaires Club 101. This is our informative information about Brexit, and I hope we provide you with some useful information. If you have any updates on that, please give us some feedback so we can post our viewers of Brexit. Thank you very much.